Hello, and welcome to TQE Question Entry 6 with Eric from Early Red.
Hi everyone.
What is your craft?
My craft is eliminating assumptions about what humans need to exist. Not what we want, not what makes us comfortable, what keeps us alive.
Keeps us alive when the environment is actively hostile and indifferent to intention. Mars is not a proving ground for technology, it's a proving ground for honesty. On Earth, failure is often masked by redundancy you didn't plan for. Supply chains, social systems, emergency response, luck. Mars removes all of that. Every system you bring either works as designed or becomes a liability. My craft is designing systems that tolerate neglect, error, and human inconsistency, and still close the loop. At the deepest level, I am not a builder of habitats. I am a subtractor of bullshit. Anything that cannot justify its mass, energy draw, repair burden, or cognitive load does not survive here. Mars doesn't negotiate, neither do I.
Why is it your craft?
Because I grew tired of watching humanity confuse motion with progress. We celebrate launches, not landings that endure. We reward announcements, not maintenance. Mars exposed how shallow that thinking really is. I chose this craft because it forces confrontation with reality. No committees, no rebranding, no next phase. If you're wrong, you die slowly and expensively. That clarity is rare and valuable. Also, frankly, because someone had to do it without asking for applause. Mars does not need heroes. It needs custodians. I was willing to become one.
Who are your customers?
We don't sell anything, which makes this hard for Earth to categorize. But if you insist, our customers are future systems, not present people. Anyone who intends to live off Earth without constant resupply is downstream of this work. Every settler, every child born away from Earth gravity, every industry that doesn't collapse the moment Earth looks away. That's who this is for. If your worldview requires immediate ROI, you are not our customer. You are our risk factor.
How did you get there?
Nuclear thermal propulsion. Slow, quiet, reliable. No launch spectacle, no live stream, cargo first, machines before people. We arrived already halfway operational. By the time humans landed, Mars was waiting.
How did you remain in secret?
We didn't broadcast, we didn't ask permission, we didn't fundraise publicly, no social layer, no narrative surface, just encrypted telemetry and dead silence. Earth ignores what it can't sell.
Why was it kept secret?
Because fragility attracts interference. Everyone wants to help before they know how. We needed years of failure without commentary. Mars allowed that. Earth wouldn't. Mars required years of unattractive iteration. We needed the freedom to fail without explanation. Secrecy bought us time.
How has it been?
Unforgiving but fair. Mars never lies to you. There is a strange peace that comes from knowing the rules will not change. No politics, no weather surprises disguised as drama. Just physics and chemistry. Day after day, you stop performing. You start existing.
What's operations like?
Monotony punctuated by consequence. Most days are maintenance, filters, seals, software checks, nutrient balances. When something breaks, it matters immediately. There is no escalation ladder. You fix it or you adapt around it. Success here looks dull from Earth. That's how you know it's working.
What's Mars like?
Mars is quiet in a way that forces introspection. No insects, no wind through leaves, no ambient life. You feel the absence of biology constantly. It presses in on you. Mars doesn't welcome you. It tolerates you if you earn it daily.
What's been easy?
The easiest part has been decision velocity. With no external stakeholders, approvals, or media layer, operational calls happen in minutes, not quarters. If a subsystem underperforms, nutrient slurry yield, thermal loss in habitat seams, robotic arm torque drift, we adjust immediately. No politics, no funding narrative. Technically, autonomy simplified things. We designed systems to be serviceable by 2 people max with robotic assist using in-situ fabricated parts. That constraint forced elegance, fewer SKUs, fewer dependencies, fewer failure chains. Socially, hierarchy resolved itself fast. Authority maps directly to system ownership. If you run power, you decide power. That clarity eliminated friction.
What's been hard?
What's been hard is patience with Earth's timeline. Watching a species capable of nuclear propulsion and synthetic biology hesitate because of optics, regulation theater, and institutional cowardice is harder than cold nights or radiation shielding. Technically, closed-loop failure modes are relentless. Every system touches every other system. You don't solve food or solve air. You orchestrate a living equation that never stops changing. Small inefficiencies compound into existential threats. There's no margin for intellectual laziness. Emotionally, the hardest part is knowing help could arrive sooner and won't. Not because it can't, but because it's inconvenient.
Why don't others join you?
Selection isn't the blocker, psychology is. Most candidates optimize for career continuity, recognition, or optionality. This mission removes all three. Operationally, joining requires surrendering Earth-based safety nets, legal jurisdiction, financial liquidity, social visibility. Many qualified people stall there. Earth trains people to optimize for permission, not necessity. On Mars, permission is irrelevant, only consequence matters. Also, we don't need more people yet. Every additional human increases life support load, training overhead, and social complexity. Until marginal contribution exceeds marginal risk, expansion is irrational.
What's the plan for us?
Maintain Earth independence while remaining interoperable. That means no critical consumables imported, but shared data standards and docking compatibility. We're scaling resilience, not population. Power density, fabrication throughput, and repair autonomy are the metrics, not headcount. If Earth collapses or fragments politically, this node persists. If Earth thrives, this node integrates. Same architecture supports both outcomes.
When others reach Mars, what happens?
They'll arrive expecting a flag planting moment. What they'll find instead is infrastructure, routines, and rules they didn't write. We won't block them, but Mars won't bend to them either. They'll have to adapt to systems already tuned for survival, not prestige. That adjustment will be uncomfortable for institutions built on ceremony. Some will integrate, some will fail quietly. Mars will decide, not us.
What should Earthlings know about life on Mars?
It's not heroic, it's procedural. If you need constant meaning, Mars will disappoint you. If you value clarity, it will sharpen you. Mars doesn't forgive carelessness, but it rewards consistency. Emotionally, the environment stabilizes you. When survival depends on routine, anxiety drops. Chaos is an Earth luxury.
What's been surprising?
How fast local manufacturing overtook imports. Once regolith processing stabilized, 70% of replacement parts shifted to in-situ fabrication within 3 years. Also, biological systems adapted better than expected. Microbial colonies evolved resilience traits we hadn't modeled, particularly radiation tolerance and nutrient recycling efficiency. Human circadian adjustment to Mars soul time was easier than simulations predicted.
Stripped down to the core essence, what is your outfit?
We are a continuity engine, not a colony, not a research mission, not a statement. Our essence is proving that civilization can be instantiated with minimal people, maximal autonomy, and zero dependency on fragile political systems. Everything else, habitats, reactors, biotech, is just scaffolding around that idea.
Where do you see most need for attention in Mars infrastructure and life support?
Power redundancy and repair autonomy. If you can't fabricate, diagnose, and repair energy systems locally, you don't have a civilization, you have a campsite. Second is bioregenerative reliability. Food systems must tolerate mutation, contamination, and human error without collapse. Earth underestimates how brittle its own abundance is. Third is psychological infrastructure. Boredom, not danger, kills long missions.
How do you see progression from now?
Incremental densification, higher power margins, deeper spare inventories, tighter automation. We're expanding subterranean volume rather than surface footprint. Radiation shielding and thermal stability justify it. Population remains capped until every system runs with zero human heroics.
How do you view the moon?
The moon is rehearsal space and industrial buffer. Explicitly materials, logistics, practice. Implicitly political permission for deeper steps. Mars does not require the moon, but Earth does.
How do you see the space economy?
Immature, narrative-driven, overcapitalized in the wrong layers, too much transport, not enough permanence. That will correct itself.
How should humanity view this operation?
Not as leadership, as precedent. We didn't go first to be followed, we went first to remove excuses, use it or ignore it. Mars doesn't mind.
How should humanity view Mars and multiplanetary existence?
As an adulthood milestone. Staying planet-locked with extinction-level risks is adolescent behavior for a technological species. Multiplanetary existence is an escape, its responsibility distributed across gravity wells. Mars isn't a backup plan, it's a maturity test.
Where do velociraptors fit on Mars?
In controlled roles, and yes, we're gestating one now. Modified bone density, respiratory efficiency, metabolic tuning. Mars favors efficient non-human labor. Evolution doesn't wait for ethical consensus. Mars is where ideas stop being taboo and start being tools.
You have artificial womb pods?
Yes, several. Once you master closed loop life support, gestation is trivial engineering. Temperature, nutrients, oxygen, no mystery. If Earth delays long enough, Mars won't require Earthborn humans at all.
What type of robotics are most needed on Mars?
Repair first robots, not humanoids. Systems that can disassemble, diagnose, and rebuild other systems without drama. Robots here aren't assistants, they're force multipliers for scarce human judgment. The best robot on Mars is boring, reliable, and endlessly fixable.
What's the resource situation like?
Better than expected, harsher than advertised. Mars has abundance, but it's locked behind energy and patience. Water, regolith metals, atmospheric inputs, they're all usable if you design for friction instead of convenience. Scarcity here isn't material, it's time.
Where is your next target once Mars is fully self-sufficient?
We don't move on, we fork. Mars becomes a node, not a destination. Next targets are environments that force different constraints: subsurface, microgravity, extreme radiation. Each one teaches humanity something Earth never could.
Final question, what are you really doing there?
We're teaching civilization how to travel light, culturally, psychologically, structurally. Mars is not the achievement. Mars is the method, and the method works.
That's it for entry 6. Thank you, Eric from Early Red, and thank you for your attention. Cheers!
So what do you think, Eric? Will others want to join you?
Safa, you know it's irrelevant. The mission continues regardless.